Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is our very first recording like this, and we're quite excited because, as you can see on the screen, we have a gentleman by the name of P.F. Palmer. Palmer, welcome, and officially welcome to the SXBros Golf channel and golf team.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, we've been chatting about this for a while, and it's been on the cards. I know you've been giving it a lot of thought for a long time, and eventually that scratch just became that itch became a very big scratch.
It did. It did.
And now it's finally realized, and we finally have you on board with SX Bros. Guys, as you'll see, I've got my cap on and my scuba top on. P stuff is still on the way. It's in
Yeah.
production. We're hoping to be out very, very soon. So, and I know he's quite excited to
Yes,
have
I
his
can't
gear.
wait.
So,
Can't wait. It's going to be
yeah,
great.
yeah. So let's just jump straight into this. Big announcement, as the thumbnail showed, a huge big announcement. A lot of the guys have been asking where I've been, why I am not on the have a video out at the moment, that kind of thing. So just let you know, it's because I'm busy training for quite an event. I've been approved for a Guinness World Record, and then therefore I haven't been out on the course. I've been training. I've lost quite a bit of weight, but that's good because I'm a lot fitter. And during this chat, we will let you know what that challenge is and how excited I am to be doing it. And therefore we've got and very, very happy to have PF on board, or Palmer via. A little bit of a background: we've known each other for good on 2 decades, so
Yeah.
we're very, very
Yeah.
good
It's been a
friends.
while.
And so I'm quite excited to be playing. We played a lot of golf when we were younger. We played a lot of golf together, and
Then life
and
happened.
hit some really, really good scores. So yeah, life. You're right. Life did happen. We got married. We got kids. Well,
Yeah.
I got one. You got three. But it's exciting times, and I'm very, very excited to do this. So we just want to share with you. I want Pedri to take over here, give him a little background to you guys of where he comes from and what he's looking forward to being part of the team. Over to you, Palmer.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark. I don't know. It's first of all, I'm usually not very comfortable on cameras. So this was an extremely difficult thing for me to get over, mainly get over myself more than anything else. It's all the shoot, because as you may or may not have known, as I started shooting some videos already, and still trying to do all of the angles of videos and try to figure out what to say, which is something not natural for me. As you can probably hear, I'm stuttering a bit, but it's not a natural thing for me because I'm actually quite a shy guy in general. However, the golfing thing for me has always been, for both of us actually, Mark. It's been a thing, and it took a bit of a backseat for a few years, 15 to be exact. But I this year I actually
just a few.
I actually just this year I started just to play golf again. I told my wife, I said, listen, because she's training almost every day and going to gym and doing exercise, and because of my work, I really don't get much time to do any of that really. But I thought, okay, what if I can combine doing something I love, because I'm not a gym guy. I don't like going to gym. I thought, okay, cool. What's the best way to get fit, and then also enjoy it? So I thought, well, okay, let's start playing golf, and but walking the course instead of jumping in a cart, which should be the easiest solution. Which brings me to the next thing about the shooting the videos. Yeah, it takes long. Because every single shot that you play, you have to set up a camera, you have to think about what you want to say, Um, so the round takes longer, plus I have to walk. And that's fine because it's good exercise for me. So I'm very happy to be a part of this, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this.
Yeah,
this
I'm
team.
great. I'm very excited to have you on board. I really am. I was chatting to Tanya, and obviously, you guys all know Ethan. That's my son that's been on with me. Channel was started with the vision of him and myself, father and son on the course. But chatting to him, he was so excited because he also knows Pedri. I mean, us knowing each other for so long, we know our kids and each other's kids, and he was so excited, thinking, "Oh, one more and we've got a four ball," and now yeah we are, and I'm excited to finally down the road, which will be in a couple of months' time probably, when I'm back on the course, playing rounds with you and recording.
Yeah.
You know, I know what you find now is I've been doing it for a year now.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I have Tanya that sometimes goes with me to do the recording. But sometimes I'm out there on my own, and it does setting up the camera. You know, it's not our channel isn't like everybody else's. I mean, we're on 498 subscribers.
Yeah.
Not like a Rick Shields with 2 million who's got a whole camera crew.
Yeah.
So we've got limited budget, and therefore we got to do this ourselves. So on that note, guys, if you are still watching at this point in time, that means you're interested in the channel. Please hit that subscribe button and help us grow. We'd like to get our first 1,000 subscribers. So every subscriber helps. As you know, it is for my highlights for free. It doesn't cost a cent at all. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you'll have notifications. Moving on to the next point that I have, we have an exciting series that's going to be coming out that we're launching with PF Palmer. And this series is called Breaking Scratch. Pietro just told you he got back into golf in January. I'll be the one to share the news with them. Thank goodness I get to do this. And that is, he's gone from a 10 handicap, which he was in the beginning of the year, and he's now a scratch. Officially a scratch, bordering on a +1. I mean, when we were playing in our 20s, there was a dual handicap system. Pedri was a 3/5. I was a 5/7. So we relatively played decent rounds and we shot similar scores very often. But woof, the goal of getting to scratch, you've done it, Palmer.
Yeah.
You know, and congratulations, my boy.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it was.
What, 6 months?
Yes, something just clicked, I think. So the story behind is when I started playing in January again, the handicap came down. I always on and off. I always were able in the 15 years. So let's start there. In the 15 years that I kind of didn't play golf, I played golf for I don't know 2, 3, 4 times a year. I was always able to shoot in the mid to high 80s kind of scores. And this year, I thought, okay, cool. I'm going to do this more often. And my wife graciously gave me, I'm allowed to play twice a week, which is fantastic. Not that my schedule would always allow that, though. But I started, because we were quiet with the work, still quiet, by the way. I started playing twice, 3 times a week. I pushed my luck a little bit. And then the handicap came down to single figures, 4, 5, around there, which is pretty much where we left off when I kind of stopped playing golf 15 years ago. And then I got invited to play in a competition with a couple of friends. So it was just a normal golf day, and the format was a scramble drive, better ball, 4-ball alliance. And in this 4-ball, I played with a +4 and a scratch at that time, and then also there was a guy who was an 18 handicap, and the guy who's who's playing from a scratch, is an absolute beast. He bombs the ball an absolute country mile. And we played, because mostly of, and I think he missed 2 fairways that day. And I think our longest second shot on the par 5 that whole day was 180 meters, and that's because he kind of mishit his drive. The rest of the time, par 4s, par 5s, par 4s, par 5s, we had wedges and chips from next to the par 4 green or on the par 4 green. So we shot an incredible score. So I think I did a 55 or something silly like that. So because I was kind of stuck in the mid to high 70s for a while, and then I played this round with these guys, and it kind of clicked something for me where I'm like, it is actually possible to go. You don't have to go for the par. You can actually go for the birdie. You know what I mean?
But I mean, on that note, I mean, I remember when we were playing in our 20s, I mean, you were averaging 300 with the driver, averaging 290, 300. I was averaging 270, 280. My big drives would be 300, 310 meters. Yours were 320, 330 meters.
Yeah.
You know, that's Protestant. I haven't played with you for a while, so I know last time I played with you, you ended up struggling to hit your driver, which used to be your strength when you were younger. Yeah. But you were struggling the last time I played with you, so you were teeing off with irons. Are you now? I see with a couple of videos that we've got, you're now back to the driver, but not hitting it as far.
So basically, when I started playing in Jan, I obviously you want to pull the driver because that used to be your thing. And but one thing I can say is 15. I still play those clubs, by the way. I've got Mizuno MX25s. I mean, I don't even know how old they are. But one positive thing about them is I had them fitted for me then already. So in the time period where I played 2 or 3 times a year, I was always able to pull any iron out of my bag and kind of middle it most of the time. And I think it's got something to do with the fact that it was fitted for me. So the first two months.
Well, you're not the shortest of lads, so.
Sure, but yes, but the first 2.5 months, I tried with a driver on 1 or 2 holes, and I stuck it in the bush, and then I'm like, cool, let's just go back to something that that works. So I teed off for the first 2.5 months with my 3-iron only. I didn't even pull my 3-wood, which was in the bag at that point, which now subsequently been pulled out. I literally got to a 5 handicap by just teeing a 3-iron. You know what I mean? So it's doable.
I mean, your 3-iron's going to 230, so I mean, that's 230, 240 with your 3-iron off the tee, which means you're hitting it as far as an average 10 handicapper with his driver. So your 3-iron's going to end up next to a guy's average drive. So for you, it works. For others, they're going to be hitting at 200, 210.
Yeah, that should be pretty standard for most people, I would assume. But I also did go for since I was struggling with the driver, and I didn't have the confidence to pull it at all, because before I even hit the shot, I know I'm going to stick it in the bush, and it was like, okay, hang on. I booked a fitting for my driver specifically. So because I mean, post-COVID, and money is always an issue, and I don't have 13,000 rand for a new driver. I just don't. It's just speaking. So I went to the fitment with my driver, and I told the guy, listen, I don't have the kind of money that drivers cost at this point of time. But I do need you to make this driver work for me. And he did an incredible job, I think. He figured out a few things, that spin rates and all sorts of things that I don't know much about. But he changed his shaft from a stiff to an extra stiff. So it seems like I picked up some swing speed, apparently.
That sounds about right.
But he also made it lighter. So it was it was a 75-gram stiff shaft, and the one now is a 60-gram extra stiff shaft. Don't ask me the name, the brand of any kind. I don't know, but what I can say, and he increased the loft. So this is interesting. The way I hit the ball, I never was never able to hit my driver high. Not that I wanted to. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
I
I couldn't launch the thing properly, and
yeah, you were never able to, like the Tiger lines, where I could do it, you couldn't because you didn't have the height.
I couldn't get
So
the
you
height.
would
No.
have to go around.
So what this guy ended up doing is he increased my loft to 12.5 degrees on my driver. I know a lot of people hit a 6 and a 7 and they de-loft their drivers, and that's it's their swing, I guess. But this guy picked up a way to fix the way I swing my driver and hit my driver. So next time I went onto the golf course after that fitment, it went a whole lot better, and subsequently the confidence is picked up as well. So yes, I don't hit every fairway. Don't think anyone does, but I do hit quite a bit of them, and
I mean, look at the pros.
Yes, 100%. They stick it in the rubbish sometimes as well. That's golf. So at this point of time, and with the videos that we have shot in the background before, you'll see that not every single driver goes straight, but it still does go pretty much as far, if not further than what I used to hit the ball, even though I am a few years older right now.
Yeah, I mean, I see now. I mean, I'm still, fortunately, I've always had a relatively quick swing speed, as you would remember.
Yeah.
But for me, the timing hasn't always been there, which timing's got a little bit better. So I'm still averaging around the 260, 270 meter on the drive. Not down yet at sea level, though. You lose about 10% at sea level.
Yeah.
So yeah, my odd drive at now, I felt I was still hitting 300. So at the end of the day, you're still hitting. You got the levers that I don't. So
it helps.
So you'll still be able to get there for some time.
Yeah,
so this breaking scratch series, guys, just want to let you know, is going to be an ongoing thing. There will be a video. The first one, Deirdre, if I'm not mistaken, Palmer, is
next week Sunday.
Next week Sunday.
Yeah.
It's
basically done. The first
notifying the guys of a time. We will be notifying the guys of the time that will be uploaded. So just keep an eye out on the channel.
Yeah.
And then that brings me to my challenge, that some will say I'm crazy, i.e. Palmer, and some will say it's going to be quite interesting, which I'll fall in that category. Guys, I went on after, you guys know, after January, and I did the challenge of 180 holes in one day, and I fell 18 holes short. I finished 9 holes in one day. That was done with very minimal training. I think I got onto the course 3 times to play like 3 or 4 rounds in one day, and I didn't even run. I didn't get fit, and I still managed that. So I went on to the site, onto Guinness World Record site, and had a look at some records. And one that struck my attention was the most holes, completed holes, in 7 days. So if you want to know how many holes, stay tuned. We'll let you know during this conversation. It's a ridiculous amount of holes, don't you think, Tom? I think I shared it with you yesterday. And
imagine,
it's a ridiculous amount of holes the guy played in 7 days.
Dude, I don't even know how you must feel after that. I mean, I heard after one round, walking the course. I don't even know how you feel about all. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't even want to know.
Okay,
actually.
fortunately, all of these holes are in a golf cart, so I don't have to run, which is a bonus, but still,
Dude,
you're still playing that amount of
you're
golf.
still playing a load of golf, dude. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So just to give everybody an idea, I'll be starting at sunrise, finishing at sunset down here at the coast. That is 14 hours of golf for 7 days straight. I have booked Palm already for when this happens, that he can come and do the camera.
Must I drive the cart or be your moral support? Because there's no way I'll be doing that with you.
So I've got Tanya right in the cart. So I've got my wife next to me.
Yeah.
But we'll have you and hopefully one more cameraman there to record it, because to qualify for this, you have to have everything recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Every hole has to be recorded and submitted to the Guinness World Record for them to go and look at it, watch it, assess it, and then approve the record-breaking attempt that you've actually broken it. So yes, you'll have your work cut out for you too, Palmer.
Yes, I know. I'll have, well, at least we'll have golf carts. That helps.
100%. You'll have golf carts. You don't have to hit a ball, although I know you'll be itching to hit a ball.
No, I will itch to hit a ball, especially down there.
Yeah, so we'll make a plan and get you onto the course maybe the day before, the day after, that we can play around. I think I'll play around with you the day before. Yeah. Because the day after, I think I'm not going to want to play golf for.
I don't think so. I wouldn't want to play for a month.
So just let you know, guys, the current record is 2,001 holes in 7 days. Yes, you heard correctly, 2,001 holes. Our attempt is, I'm going to try and do 2025, so 2025 in 2025. So the record's going to be attempted at the end of January, between the end of Jan and the end of Feb next year, so in 2025. And I want to target doing 2,025 holes in 2025. What do you think, Bobber?
Good luck.
Is that all you got to say, eh?
Dude, I think you're crazy, to be perfectly honest. But if there's one guy that can actually do that, I think it's going to be you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that word of confidence.
Yeah, man. You'll be fine.
So guys, this is not going to be for just anything. Doing it for charity. We are looking for sponsors. We do have a page. In the description below, I will put all the links to BackaBuddy, to Give and Gain, the platforms that we're using for the fundraising. We are doing it to raise funds for cancer. The organization and beneficiary is Pink Drive. They focus on breast cancer, cervical cancer, but they also have a division called More Balls Than Most, which focuses on prostate cancer and testicular cancer. So I'm quite excited because I've had a couple of friends, close dear friends, that have fought breast cancer. I also have family members that have fought prostate cancer. So it's something close and dear to my heart, and this is what and why I've chosen to do this. It's not that I want to put my body through the punishment for something silly. It is for a cause, and that cause is to fight cancer. So if I can ask you, hit that link. If you can prayerfully consider, any donations would be welcome. And yeah, without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So together, let's give cancer a knock on its head and knock it out, or join me with this cause, this fight against cancer. Okay, guys, so like we said, all the details will be in the description below, all the links that are required. And on that note, I think, Pedro, we mentioned that the series we're going to start now, with me not being on the course, we're going to have a lot of videos of you playing out on the course. And hopefully in and amongst the couple of months, I'm up there by you. Hopefully soon we can even get around in with you and I play. where we can have scramble rounds, and then those kind of things.
Yeah.
Is also what we're going to have in the future, guys. So yeah, let's chat about the Breaking Scratch series. I actually was quite excited when you spoke to me about it. We were bouncing ideas around and bouncing ideas back and forth about the series, about the logo, which I think, the logo came out quite nice.
Yeah.
In my opinion, we kind of like that. And I know you've been working quite hard in and amongst your work. You've been doing the editing on the course that you just played.
Yeah.
Not gonna disclose the course just yet. I think people can wait till the video comes out to know which course you played as the very first Breaking Scratch episode, which as we said, you guys will be live next week Sunday. So yeah, Pedri, you want to give us a bit of a background on the Breaking Scratch? What your thoughts were? Let the viewers know what your thoughts were. I know you shared it with me, and they, I think, yeah. Let's just let them know why Breaking Scratch.
Why Breaking Scratch is, I feel it's challenging enough. Well, it might sound a little bit arrogant, but if I break 75, I've seen a lot of times on YouTube, and that's great. And the guys are doing an absolutely amazing jobs. The Rick Shields and Grant Horvats and all those guys, they're doing a great job. I just haven't seen something like Breaking Scratch, which is why I made that the challenge. Yes, someone break 72 and break 70 and whatever. But this is for me personally. This is a challenge to break the par on a golf course, and because it's been such a struggle. I mean, back in the day when we used to play a lot, Mark, the amount of times that I've actually went under the course par was once or twice, maybe. So now
I remember when we were younger, your best round with you and me playing was 1 over, and mine was 2 over.
Yeah.
Probably on the tightest course you'll find in South Africa.
Observatory.
Observatory. Named Observatory for a reason, because you go and observe all the trees.
Yes.
And the tight lines and stuff. No wonder Bobby Locke back in the day hit the ball so straight, because that was his home course.
Yeah, no, shit.
Because he didn't like being behind trees.
Well, yeah. So basically, that's good memories, that actually, because I don't know how many rounds we played at Observatory and how many trees we've hit in that golf course. All of them.
Enough.
Anyway, so the whole series, and it's going to be ongoing, and it's going to be a pledge from my side is I don't want the series to become monotonous in a way. Bearing in mind, I'm not naturally a presenter. It's struggle enough to film yourself, line up all the shots, and think about what you're going to say, and then also try to play golf, and not just any golf, good golf. Because if you, I mean, anyone that plays golf would know that shoot the par on a golf course, it's challenging enough as it is, and now you have to add all the additional technical stuff. Yes, you can get a cameraman, but again, we're not on that place on YouTube where we can fund that from YouTube, the channel. So that's going to have to come from our own pockets. But it will come with all the guys that's going to be subscribing soon. It's going to come with time.
100%.
So Breaking Scratch is going to be.
I agree with you, and I think. Yeah.
Sorry, start that again.
No, I said I agree with your comment of it will come with the subscribers that are going to subscribe soon.
Yeah. So I'm not limiting myself to Breaking Scratch as a series. If it becomes too easy, dare I say that? If I break it too often, if I break the par on a course too often, the series that's going to come after that will probably be something different, making it more challenging. And that all that boils down to I want to challenge myself to play the best possible golf I can, and it's not going to be limited to anything really. Where everyone on YouTube knows that that your imagination is the limitation, I guess. So we've already spoken, you and me, about multiple different types of series that we won't necessarily disclose right now, for obvious reasons. But for now, it's going to be breaking scratch, and it's going to be me trying to play a course and break the par of that particular course, and as many golf courses as I can. So
I was just about to ask you, and glad you mentioned that it's going to be multiple courses. It's not going to be breaking scratch on one course. It's going to be how many courses you can break scratch on. Am I right?
100%. It's gonna keep on being a challenge just by the nature of golf. It's gonna be one day you're gonna hit your driver well, the next day you're gonna stick it in the bush every second drive, and golf is your game isn't exactly the same every single time. Some days you putt well, some days you play your irons well, some days you hit your driver well, and the rest is pretty average. So it's getting all of those elements together where the breaking scratch is going to come in.
Yeah, case an example, Bryson DeChambeau winning the US Open or USPGA tournament, the last Masters, and now not even making a cut in the Open. Yeah. Yes, he's come out and said what he thinks the reasons are, but I mean, let's face it, the guy who not many people liked a couple of years ago, he's becoming a sensation at the moment, and he's changed his whole profile. He's changed his whole look on him. People are loving him at the moment.
I'm watching his YouTube channel. He's doing some great content, man.
100%, and it's to your point there that golf is not the same every single round. You never know, and he's probably the most technical player out there. Him and Phil Mickelson are probably the most technical players
100%.
Out there. So blows my mind how quickly he's discovered why he reckons the problem was, and I watch him in the next year. I think he's going to do very well at the Open next year.
Yeah, 100%. He's going to bounce back, no doubt about it. But it's unfortunate that he missed the cut. But again, it just shows you that golf isn't an easy game. If it was, everyone would be good at it, and it's not even an option for most people. I'm not a stats guy, but I just when I hit scratch on my handicap, I did a Google search, and turns out the average handicap for a golfer in South Africa is 90. Is it right? About 90.
So
90 per. So
worldwide,
it's 18, I think. Sorry, that's all right. But 18 handicap.
So you and I had this discussion recently, and worldwide, the average golfer breaks 100.
The average golfer breaks 100. Okay, so which brings me.
So if I'm so either 100 or the average golfer breaks 95. I'm going with 100. Then your good golfer breaks 90. Yeah. Then your regular golfers, your average golfers out there, they don't always play. They play once a year, twice a year, or once every 4 months. They're breaking 100. Then you've got your consistent golfer who's breaking 90. And that's in the region of about, I think, 40% of golfers. Then it comes down to breaking 80. And I think breaking 80, which is a single finger handicap, there's only 10%. I think it's 10 or 12% of golfers worldwide. Yeah. That are there.
And scratch is less than 1%.
For you in your position, so for you in your position, I think it's 0.6% or something around there. Yeah. That is scratch or better.
I don't know how I got here, to be perfectly honest. I just hit a golf ball, but what can I say? Well, yes. if I can do a bit of a teaser, No, I'm not going to do a spoiler alert.
No,
The
no
first, the
spoilers,
first,
no nothing.
I can say, I
One thing
can
I do
say,
want to ask you though,
I have shot the first video. In fact, I shot 3, but we only gonna
100%.
the first 2 was an absolute circus because of all the technical things, um, which I hopefully now have sussed out
Yes,
for the most part.
however, guys, don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. We will be showing some of the content from those first 2 videos that will be in the forms of smaller videos, shorts, and those kind of things. So it's not that we won't use it. It's
Nothing goes
just
to
that
waste.
if you know Palmer and you get to know him, nothing goes to waste. But it was just there was so much issues with the audio that it didn't come out the way we weren't happy with it. So we're going to use it and it won't go to waste. But the third round that we recorded, Palmer ended up fixing what he needed to fix, with the knowledge that he has, which he brings to the party, which is amazing. And I'm looking. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't. I will see it before all of you, but I haven't seen it yet. He's done it all. He says it's looking good. I trust him. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in the next couple of days before it goes live. So fortunately, I get to see everything that goes live first. So I'm in the box seat.
Yeah, I literally basically finished the movie. Well, the edit today. There is, however, one small little problem. There's at some point, the friend of mine that played with, just as a playing partner, I guess. He handled the camera from time to time as well to help me, and he mispressed the record button on one shot of the round, which you'll see in the video.
Out of a possible a possible 72, 73 rounds.
You never know.
I don't think he's done a bad. I don't think he's done a bad job.
Look. I mean, lessons learned about a lot of things in that first 2 videos. Audio is obviously important, and I fixed that on the second round. The first round, I played a full round, recorded everything, and the audio was an absolute circus. And then the second round, I fixed the audio problem, but because of the field was quite busy that day, and because it takes time to set up every shot after or before every shot, people started pushing up against, behind, and I felt like, listen, I'm not going to keep the whole field up doing this. So, yeah, the third video was what worked quite a lot better because I had someone with me that can at least just help from time to time. He didn't do all the video work because he also played around golf, but it's a lot. It's because you're 2-ball, people look at you differently, so they kind of not expecting you to. If it's just me, they expect you to be quick. But if there's 2 people, they kind of 2 or 3 or 4 people, they're not expecting you to be quick. Yeah, it helped.
Yeah, but also while he's playing his shot, you setting up the camera.
100%. That's exactly how we managed it. I walked past him when we left the tee box. I walk with my bag and the camera, and while he's playing, I'm setting up the camera so long. And then by the time I'm ready, he's kind of by me already. So it worked out a lot better this time around, though. But yeah, and I also ironed out some setup things. I started the first round I shot with this big tripod, which was massive and heavy and uncomfortable and in the way and everything that I don't want, and still having to try and play golf. Even though I shot a really good round that day, yeah, I shot a good round. Not going to say how, but
yeah, I think you shot a 3 under or something like that.
I shot a 3 under that day, yes. But it's also not the most difficult golf course. It's not a very long course. You can get into trouble quite often. Yes, there's quite a bit of. It's a bushveld kind of course where it's like, I would say it's North's links courses, the courses we get up here. So if you miss the fairway, you're in a bush. If you're in the bush, you don't get your ball. It's simple. So that course is very similarly built. Although it's quite short, you miss the fairway in the bush. You're in the bush, you're gone. It's simple. So, but lesson learned on that with the setup purposes, with the setup things. I mean, the second round I shot with a smaller version, a monopod with a clamp to my trolley, but that was also too big for me. And then the third one shot with a handout kind of thing that I can just put into my trolley, and it held it up steady. So lessons learned, and it's going to get better from here.
No, 100%. Everything's just going to improve as we go along. But yeah, Palmer, I think that's enough on the breaking scratch. I think it's a great thing. So just to recap there, it's going to be as many courses as possible, breaking par on that course. That's why we call it breaking scratch. So yeah, look out. As we said, first episode out next week Sunday. We will in the week notify of the time. So just keep a lookout in the description below on all our social media. There'll be a link to Instagram. There'll be a link to the TikTok and Facebook. So you guys can just keep an eye out on all our social media just to see when that will be launching and when that will be live next week Sunday. Okay. Palmer, I want to say thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure catching up with you, chatting to you. Like we said, you guys, if you've been here all the way to the end, I just want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I mean, we would have been able to do this without you guys. Even though this channel is not monetized just yet, we still enjoy bringing things to you, enjoy sharing golf with you. And hopefully we can do a little bit more of this in the future. Now that I've got a chatting partner and someone who can discuss a bit of golf with it and those kind of things of what's coming up. Keep a lookout for more of these coming out. Let us know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get this channel growing so we can actually show you more courses around South Africa and hopefully the world that we can bring to you with channels and with challenges that we set ourselves and things that you might want to see us do. You know, put it in the comments if you want to see us do something. I know we were chatting today and yesterday about a few different ideas, but maybe there's a couple of ideas that you guys as our viewers would enjoy. So let us know in the comments, and we will catch you again soon. Palmer, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome, Mark. We'll chat soon.
And to the rest of you guys, thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Ciao for now.